Well, that was anticlimactic. We'll get into it right after this. Show the Shy, Season 4, Episode 5, titled The Spook Who Sat by the Door. Uh, let's unpack. I'm trying to unpack this quick. There's a lot of messy shit in here. And listen, it's Father's Day. I got shit to do. So Douda, Rosalind, Marcus prepare for the gala. They're trying to set that up. This episode, if you don't know, is the episode that they were preluding to in the first episode when they showed all that shit that happened, and then they did a flashback and said it was 2 weeks prior or 2 months prior. I forget. Sorry, I'm old. I've been drinking. I forget stuff. Uh, so this is the episode everybody wanted to see. We wanted to see what led up to everything. Where they showed these different characters going through these different situations. We saw Emmett in the bathroom stressing out. Somebody was on the door like somebody was trying to get him. I didn't know what was going on. We saw Armani going through it as well. We saw obviously Kevin seeing Jake and Gemma kissing on the stairs. Kissing. And we saw Douda. We saw Keisha going in labor, and we saw Douda getting shot. So we wanted to know what led up to this. We wanted to see who shot Douda, obviously. We wanted to see how did Gemma and Jake's relationship spawn. And we knew Keisha was gonna give birth, but that was it was whatever with that. But anyway, this episode was it was a lot better than the previous episodes. I will say that. Why it was it trash? Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna say it was trash, but you know how I've been feeling. If you've been following my reviews, you know how I feel about the season. It's just like I don't know what's going on with this show, but they're trying. So listen, we finally figure out what's happened with Trigger's man. The character that's played by Jason Weaver. Cut 2 episodes ago, he found out that Triggs that Armani obviously was really a man. He didn't know. He found out about it, and we finally get to figure out what's going on because they didn't show him in the last 2 episodes, so I didn't know if he moved out, but he's still living there, and he is treating Amani like crap because he found out she's trying to be nice to him. He's getting ready for a job interview, and she's giving him the tie, and he's like, yo, she's like, you want me to help you put the tie on? And he's like, yo, back up, man, like, and she's like, F you, nigga. And it's just weird, and we see him go to this job interview, and he's trying, he happens to have a rapport with the interviewer, and then all of a sudden, he explains that he's been locked up, and then you can just see the tone shift, and he spazzes and says "F the dude," and him and Trey go to a bar, and prior to that, Monty told him that, listen, I think he found out that I'm really a man. She didn't say it in those words, but he got to get out of here, like, sooner than later. And Trey's just like, all right, I got it. And she's like, do you sure you got it? Because you said you had this situation and you didn't have it. And she's kind of questioning Trey's manhood. And why is he going that for? You got a man testing your manhood. But that's neither here nor there. So he winds up telling them that, listen, you got to move out, like, soon, and like right now. And dude, like, what? You gonna put that over me? And he's pressing him, and he got raw with Trig, man. And this is what I say: Trig is not Reg, because it's Reg. A lot of stuff Trig does, Reg wasn't go for. Like, it's just a lot of stuff. And apparently, the reason why Reg's character left the show is because they wanted him dating Amani. They wanted Reg's character in this role, and he refused to do it. He didn't want to be dating a transvestite. He said no, and I guess they killed him off. So they brought in a lookalike, or his brother supposedly, and that's what happened. But Jason Weaver's character, forget his name, Shad or something like that. He tells Reg F you, and I thought they was about to be. I mean, he tells Trig F you, and I thought they was about to beef, but Trig just took it on the chin, man. Trig is so soft, dude. Like, this dude is just he just weird, bro. All the stuff he should be being tough for, he don't be tough for. But then the stuff he shouldn't be tough for, he's tough for it. Like, I don't understand him. But anyway, I guess it's going to be some more issues with that, some more drama down the line. I don't really care. I'm not invested in that. But we see that Gemma and Jake are dating now, which is they're like officially, I guess, Jake seen he seen if he wanted to bag her and he wanted to bag her, which is weird because they hated each other at first. But Kevin is, he's reeling, he's wondering what's going on. Gemma's being kind of she's being a female. This is what females do when they're done with relationships or they're out the relationships and they moved on and they trying to spare your feelings. This is the responses you'll get. You want to see my suit? No, I'm good. It's just a suit. Like, just being short with Kevin, and I'm like, yo, what's the why? But it's weird. But this is female nature, and this is what I talk about on my channel a lot, and a lot of people in the manosphere talk about. Nice guys finish last. The nice guy never wins. Kevin is a nice guy. I know a lot of people say, and my significant other said, "Oh, he was treating her like crap." No, he wasn't. He wasn't treating her like crap. Like in the one episode, he told her, like, listen, I don't want to hear you talk no more. He's She said, oh, there goes that toxic masculinity again. That's not a thing. Toxic masculinity is not a thing. Because if toxic masculinity is a thing, then it would be female masculinity. How about it's just toxic, period. Toxic behavior is toxic, period. Don't put a gender on toxic masculinity. If anything, he communicate his feelings to you. He told you, listen, I don't feel like hearing you talk. Could you please be quiet? That's communicating. No matter how harsh or brash it might be, that's what it is. But you got to think about what Kevin's been through. And I said Kevin's being a little whiny B this season. But I had to think back about all the trauma that Kevin has been through from season 1. He's seen what's the kid's Coogee. He's seen Coogee get killed. He had to deal with the trauma of Ronnie obviously trying to hunt him down, and he thought Ronnie was hunting down. Then he shoots Ronnie. So Kevin shot somebody before. He shot Ronnie. He got to deal with that. He thinks he's going to jail now. Then he deals with it was something in between there. I think he might have dealt with. But then he deals with Jason Mitchell's character getting killed. He deals with his sister getting kidnapped. Like, this little dude in these last few years has went through things that most adults will never go through. We forget that because it's a new season and we still see him as little Kevin and he's a kid. But he done went through a lot of stuff. Like, he's seen a lot of trauma. So, and then on top of that, he sees his friend gets beat up by this cop, and then he kind of gets the dead end of the stick because he didn't help him, and it's just like, yo, what do you want me to do? And Jake is not understanding on it because Jake's an idiot. Let's just be real. Jake is a snaky little idiot dude. He don't see things from different angles. He just sees things just like one way. So you gotta think about that. So I had to give Kevin a little slack because I said he was being whiny, but he dealing with everything. His sister got kidnapped. Now he got to deal with the fact that his sister has this baby by this dude that raped her. Like, it's just a bunch of stuff going on with Kevin. So you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Because I was a little harsh on him, but I had to realize that. Now he has to deal with his girlfriend sleeping with his best friend. So he doesn't notice right away. But Jake's like, yo, you got to tell him. Jake the Snake and Gemma the Homie Hopper. If you got friends like that, who needs enemies? I'll tell you, boy. But she's trying to spare him his feelings because obviously she probably still has feelings for Kevin. And Jake's like, yo, if you don't tell him, I will. Jake don't really care about her. Jake just wants to get even with Kevin. That's my whole thing with it. He just wants to give to Kevin. Oh yeah, he's my boy, so you gotta tell him. And this is what I was. But back to the point I was originally trying to make. Nice guys finish last because Kevin is a nice guy. He's considered a nice guy. He would do anything for Gemma, within reason, and he communicates with her. He does everything a good boyfriend's supposed to do. Goes to her house, pick her up, walk her to school, and Jake is just the opposite of that. He treats her like crap, and she just goes for it. Like this, that's why A lot of people be like, yo, what? Females like dudes like this, but the nice guy they will just look completely past. But the a-hole, oh my, what? They on them. They just intrigued by it because it's a thrill. It's just like this is new. Like, well, why doesn't he? You know, they trying to wonder like, what? Damn, why doesn't he? And we see it at the gala. But before we get into that, Keisha's going through it with the pregnancy. She's she's coming closer and closer to Labor Day. Dre is still communicating with Emmett's mom. What is her name, dude? I'm sorry. She's communicating with her still, and they're still keeping this a secret. Why are you keeping this a secret still? Why? I feel like the whole Chicago knows this except Nina. Like, come on, why are you doing this to her? And the fact that she's still keeping it a secret. It's one thing I would tell her like, listen, all right, yeah, I ain't gonna tell Nina, but I'm telling Nina. Like, I gotta tell her because like you about to put yourself in a can of worms for no apparent reason. No apparent reason. Next time she sees this lady, she's gonna know something's wrong with her. And at the pregnancy, you could tell something was wrong. She was sick. I mean, when at the delivery, you could tell something was wrong with her. Like, but oh, they'll play it. You know, they I know what they're doing. They playing it because they need some storyline, and this is weak. Like, stop. Emmett is definitely going through it with his mom. This is the most emotion I've seen out of Jacob Lattimore, which is the guy that plays Emmett's character. And I like it, man. I definitely like it. We didn't see Tiff at all in this episode. We didn't see Dom. Um, and Emmett's reeling from this. This is really violent. Like, and this is real life emotion. This is definitely something that if you're going through this, you would definitely be going through. And the back and forth he had with his mom when he's telling her like, "Yo, I don't want to lose you," and he's breaking down. I thought that was like the most. To me, that was my favorite scene of the episode because I'm like, that's real shit. You know what I mean? And I like seeing those emotions out of Emmett. And then the other episode, I'm gonna get into it all at one time, but I thought that was pretty dope. Uh, and that's pretty much Douda's being an asshole to his new girl. Him and Jake, man. Jake is cut from the same cloth as Douda, so Douda's just like power. He's like drunk on power right now, and he's just being a complete douche to everybody. So the episode set up suspects because he was, and it's reminded me so much of Ghost's perfect day on Power when Ghost got shot. You know how he was in the best day of his life, and then he was being an asshole to everybody. This reminds me of that, and it was just setting up his suspect because he's being mean to these certain people and telling people you're replaceable, like his wife or et cetera, and you're giving people motive to want to do something to him. So now it's like a guess, like, oh, okay, who did it? And yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you didn't watch the episode, if you did, I knew they were going to drag this. I knew we weren't going to find out who shot Douda, and they're probably going to drag it to the end of the season. That's if he winds up dying. He probably won't. He probably wind up keeping him alive. But I'm like, dude, did they take this straight out of Power? Like, did they really just take Power's whole thing and make it into theirs? I'm like, this is just lazy writing. And then it's like Douda isn't really a likable character, so it's like we really don't care if anything happens to him. Be honest with you. Like, keep it real. You can leave it in the comments. If something happens to Douda, if he lives or if he dies, do you care? No. No, he's not a fan favorite. He's really not. All right, so now let's get to the gala. We get to the gala, and Kevin's there. Gemma's being weird, but he's peeping up on the vibes. Every time Jake's talking to some girls, Gemma goes over there, and then he peeps that they're not at the table. Everybody's around, and he just putting two and two together, and then he winds up finding them in the staircase, and they back up. They see him, and Gemma's about to go talk to him, and Jake grabs her hand like, nah. But before that, Gemma was like, yo, why are you talking to these girls? You trying to make me jealous? And Jake was like, I don't know. Is it working? I'm like, yo, this dude is a chip off the old block for real. Uh, Gemma the homie hopper. But he is just dogging her though. Like, and hey, I'm here for it because that's what she deserved, man. That's exactly what she deserved because she was just she just wilding, man. She just wilding. You choosing somebody that's just a piece of crap over somebody that's decent. You know what I mean? But Kevin, I think you could do way better, brother. I think you could do way better, man. You just stay the path, man. Just stay the path. What Jake say? He said, he said, I don't chase bitches. It made me chuckle, dude. Cause listen, Gemma got everything she deserved coming right to her. Douda invites old girl on the roof, and at the gala, and she obliges. She decides to come up there. Kevin runs away, catches an Uber, he got the hell up on out of there. Uh, Now at the same time, this is where we find out what Emmett's going through, and it's just he's having an emotional break. His pops come over to see him, and he kind of lashes out at his pops, and then he has an emotional break, and this is the scene that we see of him in the bathroom. We thought it was something crazy going on with him. That they were leading that maybe Tiff's side dude might have, but it wasn't nothing like that. He was just reeling he just had a mental breakdown. He just had his break-in. You know what I mean? It happens. And what else? Trying to think. It was something else. Oh, Keisha. Keisha's delivering her baby at the same time in this fucking cesspool of germs and whatnot. No, this was a powerful scene, man. She's surrounded by a lot of melanin endowed females. The lady that she's giving the baby to. I just love her character so much, man. She is just so. I like her character. And she's just so I don't know. She's just like a mom already. Like I just like her. She's strong. She's just a strong, independent, like intelligent black woman, and that's what I like about her. Her mom is kind of on the weak side, oblivious to a lot of things. Dre, I like Dre. And then Emmett's mom. I can't. What is her name? Forget, man. I'm sorry. I'm drunk a little bit, but yeah, I like. Yeah, I just thought that was a powerful scene, man. And it's kind of like Keisha got that relief. You know what I mean? She pushed out this baby she's had I'm not gonna say a love hate, but she just had different emotions because of how the baby was conceived, and then like you could tell she was torn between keeping it and not keeping it. And I think ultimately she probably made the right decisions because that baby would have constantly reminded her of that situation. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes good things come out of bad situations, and this is an example of that. At the gala, we see Douda on the roof. We see a door open. He's smiling. So obviously, it was somebody who knew that shot him. We see him get shot, and it wasn't as climatic as a ghost getting shot. He didn't fall. So he just gets shots, and he kind of lays there. And where's all his goons and shit at? What happened? I thought he was a street dude. Anyway, that's what happens, and I probably missed some stuff. It don't matter. That was the main stuff. That was the main stuff. That's the stuff that counted. Let me know what you guys think about this. Make sure you post your comments below. Make sure you subscribe. Uh, it wasn't that bad of an episode. You know what I mean? It wasn't that good of an episode either, but it was decent. It was decent. Who you think shot Douda? I think Candy shot him. I think his wife shot him. He been treating her like straight crap. Been on a power trip. It was either Candy or the light skinned dude, Gemma's dad. But I don't think he was shooting me. I don't know. I don't think. I just think it was Candy at the end of the day. Cause or it's a plot twist. Probably was a cop because he's against the police right now. I don't know. Post your comments below. Till next time. Peace.